We always hear honesty is the best policy. It sounds good, right? It's a phrase we've been taught since childhood, a moral compass guiding us through the complexities of life. But is it really that straightforward? But life isn't always so simple. The world is a complex place filled with grey areas and situations that challenge our black and white notions of right and wrong. What about those times when the truth hurts? Imagine telling a friend that their partner is cheating on them. The truth can shatter their world, leaving them in emotional turmoil. Is it always the right thing to do, or when it puts someone at risk? Think about situations where revealing the truth could endanger someone's life. In such cases, is honesty still the best policy, or does it become a moral dilemma? Can we be brutally honest and still be kind? Let's think about it. Honesty doesn't have to be harsh. It can be delivered with empathy and compassion. The key is to balance truth with kindness. Sometimes blurting out the truth without thinking can do more harm than good. We've all been in situations where a thoughtless comment has caused unnecessary pain. It's a reminder that timing and context matter. It's like using chili padi in every dish. Too much can be overwhelming. Just as we wouldn't overload a meal with spices, we shouldn't overwhelm others with unfiltered honesty. We need to be sensitive, like how we adjust spices to suit everyone's taste buds. Tailoring our honesty to the situation and the person involved can make all the difference. Reflecting on our words before we speak can help us navigate the fine line between honesty and kindness. It's about being mindful of the impact our words can have on others. In the end, honesty is about building trust and fostering genuine connections. It's about being true to ourselves and others, but also about being considerate and thoughtful. So, is honesty always the best policy? Maybe it's not about always being honest, but about being honest in the right way. It's a delicate balance, but one worth striving for. As we navigate our lives, let's remember that honesty, when tempered with kindness and empathy, can be a powerful tool for good. It's not just about telling the truth, but about how we tell it. After all, in a world that can often be harsh and unforgiving, a little kindness can go a long way. Let's strive to be honest, but let's also strive to be kind. Okay, before we go further, let's give credit where it's due. Honesty does have its perks. When we're honest, we keep things real. No need for pretending or putting on a way out. This openness helps build trust. It's like a strong foundation for any relationship, whether it's with family, friends, or colleagues. When we know someone is straight up with us, we feel more comfortable letting our guard down. Being honest isn't just good for our relationships, it's good for our own well-being too. Think about a time you were dishonest. Maybe you told a small lie to avoid trouble. Remember that icky feeling? That's guilt and stress eating you up inside. Honesty, on the other hand, brings a sense of peace. It's like clearing out your messy room. Everything feels lighter and brighter. Now let's talk about trust. It's like the glue that holds everything together. Without trust, relationships crumble faster than a cookie in your mouth. And honesty is a key ingredient in building that trust. When we're honest with each other, we show respect. We show that we value the other person enough to be upfront with them, even when it's tough. This builds a strong bond that can weather any storm. In the workplace, honesty is like that superstar employee everyone wants. It's the quality that can elevate a team, making it more cohesive and effective. When employees are honest, it fosters trust and builds a foundation of integrity. This in turn can lead to a more harmonious and efficient work environment. It boosts morale, making people feel valued and respected. When team members know they can rely on each other to be truthful, it creates a sense of camaraderie and mutual respect. This positive atmosphere can lead to increased job satisfaction and higher productivity levels. When bosses are transparent with their team, it creates a more positive and productive environment. Transparency from leadership can demystify company goals and strategies, making employees feel more involved and aligned with the organization's vision. This openness can also encourage employees to share their ideas and feedback more freely. But here's the catch: even at work, honesty needs to be handled with care. While being truthful is important, it's equally crucial to consider how and when to deliver that honesty. The way we communicate our truths can significantly impact our professional relationships and the overall workplace atmosphere. Imagine telling your boss their new idea is totally bonkers. While it might be the truth, the delivery can make all the difference. Blunt honesty can sometimes come off as disrespectful or dismissive. which can strain relationships and create tension. Not the best move, right? Instead, it's more effective to approach such situations with tact and diplomacy. By framing your feedback in a constructive manner, you can convey your honest opinion without causing unnecessary friction. We need to be honest, but also constructive, offering solutions instead of just criticism. Constructive honesty involves not only pointing out issues, but also suggesting ways to address them. This approach shows that you are invested in the success of the team and the organization, and it can lead to more productive and positive outcomes. For instance, if you think a project is heading in the wrong direction, instead of just saying it's a bad idea, you could suggest alternative approaches or improvements. This way, you're contributing to the solution rather than just highlighting the problem. Additionally, it's important to consider the timing of your honesty. Providing feedback during a high-stress moment might not be received well. Choosing the right moment to share your thoughts can make a significant difference in how your honesty is perceived and acted upon. Ultimately, honesty at work is a double-edged sword. When wielded with care and consideration, it can be a powerful tool for building trust, fostering collaboration, and driving success. However, if not handled properly, it can lead to misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and conflicts. So the next time you're faced with a situation that calls for honesty, remember to balance it with empathy and tact. By doing so, you can ensure that your honesty contributes positively to your workplace and helps create a more supportive and productive environment for everyone. So we've seen how awesome honesty can be, but let's be real, there are times when it needs a filter, like that time your friend baked a cake that tasted like cardboard. Do you say, wow, hey, this cake is damn cool? Probably not the best idea if you want to stay friends. Sometimes a little white lie can save the day, sparing someone's feelings without causing any real harm. Now, before you go thinking white lies are the answer to everything, hold on. It's important to understand the nuances and implications of even the smallest fibs. There's a fine line between being tactful and being deceitful. While a white lie might seem harmless, it can sometimes lead to a slippery slope of more lies and complications. Constantly lying, even small white lies, can damage trust just as much as outright dishonesty. Trust is the foundation of any relationship, and once it's broken, it can be incredibly difficult to rebuild. It's all about finding the balance. Knowing when to speak the truth and when to hold back is a skill that requires wisdom and empathy. Think of it like this. If the truth will cause unnecessary hurt or harm, maybe it's okay to keep it to yourself. But this doesn't mean you should lie outright. Instead, consider how you can be honest without being hurtful. Like, you don't need to tell your grandma her new haircut makes her look like a durian. Instead, you could compliment her on her bravery for trying something new, or focus on a different aspect of her appearance that you genuinely like. Reflect on your intentions. Are you lying to protect someone's feelings, or are you doing it to avoid an uncomfortable situation for yourself? The motivation behind the lie is crucial. Sometimes a little white lie can help maintain harmony and avoid unnecessary conflict. For example, telling a friend that their cooking is delicious, even if it's not your favorite, can be a kind gesture that strengthens your bond. However, it's essential to be mindful of the frequency and context of these lies. Over time, even small lies can accumulate and create a web of deceit that's hard to untangle. Practicing mindfulness and self-awareness can help you navigate these situations more effectively. Take a moment to pause and consider the potential impact of your words before you speak. Remember, honesty and kindness are not mutually exclusive. You can be truthful while still being considerate of others' feelings. It's about finding a way to communicate that respects both the truth and the person you're speaking to. In some cases, it might be better to say nothing at all. Silence can be a powerful tool when used appropriately. If you're unsure whether to speak up or stay quiet, consider the potential outcomes and choose the path that causes the least harm. Ultimately, the goal is to foster trust and understanding in your relationships. By being mindful of when and how you use white lies, you can maintain the delicate balance between honesty and compassion. So the next time you're faced with a situation where a white lie seems like the easy way out, take a moment to reflect. Consider the long-term effects on your relationships and strive to find a way to be both truthful and kind. In the end, it's about creating a world where honesty and empathy coexist, where we can be true to ourselves and others without causing unnecessary pain. It's a delicate dance, but one that's worth mastering for the sake of our connections and our own integrity. Ultimately, being truthful isn't just about blurting out whatever comes to mind. It's about being mindful, compassionate, and understanding. It's about considering the other person's feelings and the potential consequences of our words. Think of it like this. Honesty is the medicine, but compassion is the sugar that helps it go down. Together they create a powerful force for good in our lives and our relationships. So is honesty always the best policy? It's complicated, La. The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. We need to use our judgment, our heart, and a good dose of common sense. Remember, being truthful doesn't give us a free pass to be hurtful. Let's strive to be honest but also kind, courageous but also compassionate. Let's speak our truth but with a touch of tact, always considering the well-being of ourselves and others.